Hey, welcome back for another video, or if you're new here, just hi. My name is Amberger. You could also just call me Amber since that's really my name. In today's video, we're kind of going through and trying out a new sort of cash challenge that I stumbled across. I initially saw It's QWERTY Loves do this 5 Sims 1 base challenge in Create a Sim over on YouTube. I'll make sure that I link their YouTube channel down below. In their video, they just kind of went over kind of like the process of using one particular sim base and then taking that one base and making multiple sims that all looked different from that one base. Pretty self-explanatory, but I figured I would give it a try because I absolutely loved their video. I thought that their end result was absolutely amazing, considering the fact that all of the sims technically were the exact same sim, but they didn't look like it. So I wanted to kind of take it upon myself to give it a try as well. And so, yeah, here's the result. So I kind of just went through. I hadn't really spent too much time in Sims 4 lately. I've been uploading a lot of shorts where I just kind of open up the game, go through, create a sim, and get off the game. And that's been pretty much everything that I've been doing lately for the YouTube channel. I think I'm going to get back to doing kind of like the Let's Play, like Generation Challenge, whatever stuff here shortly. But the shorts were doing so much better on my channel that I figured I would just stick with it until it died off. Seems like it kind of did this past weekend. So here we are with a bit of a longer video. I was doing the Sims 2 sort of like build a city challenge, but without actually like following all of the challenge rules. I might go back to that, but I don't know if I feel like playing all of the founders that I initially made. I'm kind of stuck with the initial guy that I was playing with, whose name I don't remember, so please forgive me because it's been a few weeks since I last played it. But I don't know that I want to go from playing with him and his wife, because they got married in the last episode. I don't know that I want to go away from that and go mess with a completely new sim. So I think I might just go back to him. I don't know. I hadn't decided. But yeah, here we're just finishing up with our first sim. This is Alicia. I accidentally clicked off of her freaking skin details here, and I was so mad, but I did find them back. She's just absolutely gorgeous. I love everything about her. I was going for a really clean, pristine, all white, almost like an angelic look for her, and I don't know, I like it. She strikes me as someone who's very clean, well taken care of. I love her. The second sim that we're going to do, I kind of wanted to go and do something a little different. So if you're used to anything that I've uploaded on the channel, it's always been like very sort of like basic Sims, minimal makeup, like sort of glam, I would say, but more like girl next door sort of glam. And yeah, like the ones basically like Alicia that we just made. You saw she didn't have a whole ton of makeup, but she was just gorgeous, right? And so in making this second sim, I just kind of wanted to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. And so you'll see me just kind of clicking through all sorts of just random things that I had in the game that, let's be real, I didn't even know I had. I go on downloading sprees for hours and hours and hours for Sims 4 for somebody who doesn't use half of the stuff that I download. Don't judge me. And so I thought now might be a pretty good time to go through and just kind of see some of these different things that I had in the game. And I basically didn't have any particular vision. I wasn't going for like an elf. I wasn't going for a fairy, werewolf, mermaid, whatever. I literally was just messing around with some of the different stuff that was in the game. And the end result for her was actually kind of nice. I found it to be kind of fun. I think maybe because it was so different. Like I wasn't going for the traditional, like, look at her, girl next door type of lady that you'd run into the grocery store. I wanted something a little outside of my comfort zone, and I had some fun making her. You can see that I spent quite a bit of time on her because I really didn't have a vision, but I do like how she ended up turning out. I don't know that I really cared for like the blue on blue in terms of blue skin, blue hair, but I think I just kind of stuck with it because I started getting kind of tired. Like the kids had finally fallen asleep and I was exhausted after working the previous night. well, technically getting off at 6 that morning. And so I was just kind of like, yeah, we might want to go ahead and finish her up because we still have 3 more Sims to go. So you'll see me kind of going through. I kind of wanted her to have some sort of like facial markings and different things like that, but I was struggling as I was going through because I didn't really have a lot of things like downloaded for what I'm going to label specialty Sims. The majority of my content is content that is for regular Sims. And so I ended up feeling like she was a little lackluster almost because I didn't really have all of the bells and whistles. Like, I couldn't give her a third eye, or I couldn't really, just bedazzle her the way that I would have liked to. I do still think that she ended up pretty decently. I did kind of want to go through, and I contemplated using like a lot of blood splatter and stuff like that for her, but then I was like, she doesn't strike me as like a vampire really, so I didn't really think that like blood splattered clothing or like blood coming out of her mouth or anything like that was really appropriate for her particular look. And let's face it, the clothing is something that I struggled with even more than her herself. So I did okay with her. But when it came to the clothing, I was like, what does a specialty character wear? Like, does she walk around in lingerie trying to seduce people? Does she walk around in a dress? Does she walk around in shorts? Like, what the hell is she supposed to wear? And so I ended up just settling for this because I kind of liked the way that the pants looked with her body color. And then I just kind of tried to find like a shirt to match. And then I was like, bro, this is what it's going to be. Like, I got kind of tired of dealing with her at this point. And I was like, you know what? She looks fine. She's decent. This is just what it's going to be. So this is Chic Chic. I have no idea what that name is. She looks like a chic. I don't know. I gave her some sort of like Journey to Batu aspiration or something because I will never ever use it for any other sim. And so yeah, they're chic. On to sim number 3, I kind of went back to my roots with this particular sim. I kind of wanted to do something different where I had like 2 black sims, 2 white sims, and then like a random sim like Chic. And so for the 3rd sim, I wanted to go with my like in real life obsession, which is redheads. I don't know what it is about them. I absolutely love redheads in real life. I don't know if it's the beautiful redness of their hair, their absolutely adorable freckles. I really don't know what it is, but I adore them. So the 3rd sim here, I just kind of wanted to go all out and make me a pretty redhead, and so I did. I kind of went through, I was trying to find like the perfect blend of freckles, and then I have so many hairstyles, I really didn't know what to choose from. As I was making her, I was like, I don't know, I think I kind of want her to be like a studious sim, so I kind of played around with glasses a little bit. I kind of played around with the hair, trying to figure out what look I thought went with her the best. And I don't know, as I was going through and creating her, I was like, you know what, she kind of reminds me of like a uni student. Like, in looking at her, she kind of reminds me of like a really studious girl who's, in college. She's like not nerdy, I wouldn't say nerdy, but she's got her head in her books. She's concerned with going to school solely to get her degree so that she can graduate and move on with her life. And so that's sort of what I was looking for here. I gave her very minimal makeup. I didn't really go too extra with it, which I don't usually, but I definitely didn't with her. I didn't want like the really huge eyelashes, the dramatic eyelashes. I didn't want the dramatic, like highlighter and blush. I didn't want really, really bright lipstick. Like, I really just wanted her to kind of embody just like a basic uni student who really just wanted to go to school, go back home, and drink some freaking coffee, and that was pretty much it. And so I think I kind of embodied that pretty well with her, honestly, but she ended up turning out to be really gorgeous too. I actually think she's probably the sim that I created the quickest, because I actually kind of knew what I wanted to create when I started with her. And so it was kind of easy for me to really just kind of select everything for her. So this is Carolina, or Carolina, I don't really know, however you want to pronounce it. And yeah, she's got some little pretty white teeth. On to our 4th sim. This one is going to be our 2nd black sim. But I wanted to go with more so like, not necessarily like red bone, but I didn't want her to be as dark in skin color as the first one, because again, the whole purpose of this is to see how many like Sims you can make using the same base but look different. And so I didn't want her to look too similar to my first Sim, Alicia. And so as I was going through with her, I was kind of like, okay, so who's somebody I haven't made yet? Like, I've got some alien looking creature thing. I've got just like a standard sort of girl, you know, who's all about being clean and pristine. And then I've got Miss Uni student. So what can she be? And so as I was creating her, I was like, okay, she can be my diva. You know, she can be the one who like wants to be a star actress. You know, she wants to be world famous. And so I kind of took that and ran with it. I was like, okay, I want to make sure she embodies like pretty girl, you know, almost like a combination between like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, but like not that extra. And so that's kind of what I was going for with her. So I think I did a pretty decent job with her. She ended up being absolutely gorgeous. I mean, she's freaking gorgeous. Thank you, Skin Details, for that. I mean, look at her. Look at her. If I saw her walking down the street, I would be like, "Oh, girl, you're so pretty," and I would tell her just like that. And so for her, I did kind of want to be a little bit more dramatic with the eyelashes, a little bit more dramatic with the blush and highlighter and stuff. And so I did. And then when I was trying to pick out her outfit, I was like, ooh, do I want to just go like extra dramatic like this outfit, or do I want to bring it down a notch or two? And so I ended up not going quite so dramatic, but she definitely embodies someone who is like stepping out the house, like trying to go to the red carpet. So I did kind of play around with her, and I don't know, I ended up loving her at the end. And this is Juliana. So on to our very last sim. This is going to be our blonde of the group. And so in creating her, I was like, okay, again, who am I missing? I was like, okay, girl next door. I'm missing the little blonde girl that just lives right next door, that, you know, you see she's really cutesy, but she's just kind of like, like giddy, kind of stays to herself, but she's friendly too. And then as I was making her, I was like, okay, well, maybe more so she could be like the girl next door who really wants a family. So that's kind of what I was going for with her at this point in time. It was like midnight, and I was like, bro, she's just fixing to look however she looks because I'm ready to go to bed. And that's exactly what I did pretty much. I did not waste too much time with her. I made sure she was pretty, obviously, because she is. But I didn't spend too much time. I wanted her to not necessarily be like plain Jane, but almost kind of plain Jane. You know, she's not doing too much. She's just interested in moving into town and, you know, finding the person of her dreams and settling down, having a family. And that's pretty much what I did with her. So you'll see me kind of messing around here with a lot of like the makeup and stuff because I didn't want anything too dramatic for her. I really did want her to be like the girl next door. Like, the girl next door isn't somebody who's going to walk around in like full face glam makeup like she going to the red carpet. And so I kind of played around with her a little bit. I definitely knew that I wanted her to wear like a skirt. So I was playing with shorts for a minute, but then I was like, no, plaid skirt all the way around for her. I really wanted to do the freaking cowgirl boots because I love them, but I just couldn't quite get the shades to match. And I am so matchy that it drove me crazy. So I kind of just went with some cute heels and called it a day for her. So yeah, not really much else to say with her. She's our family sim, and she's gorgeous. And there you have it. There's Alicia, Chic, Carolina, Juliana, and Aubrey. That rounds up our 5 Sims 1 base challenge. I hope you all enjoyed it so much, just as much as I did. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.